What's up, people? Welcome back to Uncensored Minds, episode 170. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button underneath. Say something in the chat so we can see who's all rocking. It's just gonna be me and Nell tonight. Put some prayers in the chat for Ish. Don't go over there bothering her, because in these times, you need that quiet time to yourself. All that bothersome shit just be in the way sometimes. So
Yeah.
just put some prayers in the chat for Ish, and we gonna hold it down until she's able to join us, man. What's up now? What's
We're gonna call this the gentleman hour tonight. You know what I mean?
the word?
Well,
Oh.
we're just gonna call it the gentleman hour and shit. But shout outs to our girl Ish. You know what I mean? Just put, as she said, put the prayers in the air for Ish and just let it be. Let her chill. Let her come back when she ready to. We love you, Ish.
Facts. Facts. All right, people. This is episode 170. It's called "Did He Do It?" So we got a lot of shenanigans to get into.
All right.
What's up, Janine? I see you in the chat. Say something in the chat, people. Why y'all being quiet in the chat over there, man? Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. Let's go through the updates first. So, what are they saying about Meech?
Michi coming home soon. Big Meech was scheduled to come home in 2035, somewhere around there. But his sentence has been reduced. And he will be home in 2025.
Yo, 2035 sounds crazy though.
Super crazy.
that
How,
that sentence
I don't
sounds
even know
crazy.
yes, I do. I'm like, I don't even know how old I'm going to be in 2035. But yeah, I'm going to be old as shit in 2025.
Facts. That sentence sounds crazy. That nigga
But,
got locked up. We was young bulls.
uh-huh.
God damn.
But shout out to
What's
him.
up? Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up, Tara? What's up, Diana? We see y'all in the chat. Make sure y'all continue to put those prayers in the chat. What's up, Sarah? And also Meg's ex bestie, Chelsea,
Chelsea.
says she's ready to talk.
She's ready to kick it, huh? She's ready to talk her story, huh?
Facts.
I see this
So
happening a lot. I see this happening a lot. People trying to tell their story. You know what I
right.
mean? They wanna talk. They talk.
So how do you feel about the time period when people decide when they're ready to talk?
Super convenient. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like it's like, all right, like why you ain't talked before?
Facts.
But it is what it is. Like somebody must have threw her a nice little bag for her to come out of the closet and speak her shit. So it is what it
Right.
is. We gonna tune in. I know we all gonna tune in.
Right.
Regardless, it's dinner now.
I'm definitely going to be watching. I'm excited to see if she says anything that could overturn what happened.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to hear her story.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited to see. I did see bits and pieces where she's saying that Meg basically started all of this shit. She got drunk and belligerent, and so I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, man. When friend, see, that's why I say, man. That's why I tell y'all to choose your friends wisely. Because a true friend, that's why I say I take loyalty over respect any day. You know
Right.
what I mean? You know what
But
I mean?
not only choose your friends wisely, don't fuck your friends over.
Don't fuck your friends over. Yeah. Like not only choose your friends wisely, be a real true friend. Don't fuck your
Right.
friends over and be loyal to your people. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
you never know when you're gonna need them.
yeah, don't fuck your friends over because they got all the dirt on you.
Exactly.
What's up, Brenda? I see you in the chat. All right. Also, if anybody, the link is in the description of this video, and the link is on the Facebook page. So if y'all, we're gonna talk about some shit tonight. So if anybody wants to come on and give their 2 cents about whatever we're talking about, the links are there in the description of this video and on the Facebook page, man. So let's get into the icebreaker. Since Ish isn't here, I'm gonna have to switch this up a little bit.
All right.
But the main premise of this icebreaker was that there's a breakdown in communication between us as men and y'all as women. So the question is, what is your ideal top five first questions when you meet somebody in order to get a take on, is this person somebody that I want to, move forward with, or is this a no?
My top two is, what are your interests and what makes you smile? I want to know what your interests are. I want to get to know what you like, and also what makes you smile. Typically, we want to do the things that's pleasing to the person, and not just shit that we think is going to make them feel good. Also, too, tell me a little bit about yourself, and not just the surface things. Tell me a little bit about you. What makes you you? How did we come to this point in your life of where you are right now?
Right.
Just tell.
Angeli is in the chat saying, what's your relationship status? Normally that's not even, I don't, that's not always a typical first question.
Yeah,
uh, I know that might sound strange to y'all, but that's not normally a typical first question, because when you're first talking to somebody or getting to meet somebody, you're typically just trying to see who they are first before you even indulge in what their relationship status is. My first couple of questions is always going to be, are you crazy? It's for sure going to be, are you crazy? And the second one is going to be, do you know who you are?
absolutely.
All right. So y'all put y'all questions in the chat as well. Brenda is saying, what's your future goals? Um, I don't think I'm gonna ask what your future goals are, but
Not
I
st-
think would you about to say, go ahead.
yeah, not starting off. I'm not going to ask you what your future goals is. Just starting off. I want to more or less get to know you real quick,
Right.
or get to know you before I dive into those future goals.
Right. Let me see what else would be there. Probably, if you have kids, do you want kids? Is that like a thing for you? Would be the next question. Is that a question that you would ask when you first meet somebody?
No,
No.
because just because I got kids and I get asked that question all the time. Like not I got somebody, but before
Mm.
it was always, do you have kids? No, I don't have kids. Well, do you want them? And what I can't have none or whatever. And I'm past that stage in my life. I understand that. I'm probably past that stage in my life as well. But I typically don't lead off with that question about, what I mean, if you want kids. But they typically throughout the conversation, the first time they, when I say tell me about yourself,
Right.
people lead with I'm
No,
single.
you know what I hate about that question is, I love the question. I hate the answer. Like, I love the question, but I hate when they say, well, what you mean? Well, what you want me to tell you?
Yeah,
Like, do you know yourself?
yeah,
Tell
like
me
tell
about
me
yourself. Like, tell me who you are. Tell me the shit that you like. Tell me the kind of things that you like to do. Which you into. Like, do you
absolutely.
know who you are? I'll
Yeah,
be lost. I'll be lost.
super
How do
low.
you feel? How do you feel about this, man?
Come on. I mean, you gotta ask that question nowadays though, because you never know. But I guess Felicia, I mean, I guess we was told from the beginning, no question is a bad question, because if you
Right,
don't ask, you don't know, and you don't want no surprises
right.
down the line. So I guess that's a great question to ask nowadays. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't ask that question, but I would definitely be like looking at your Adam's apple. I would definitely be like physically checking you out. Like, if you got too many man structure, you got too much man structure, I'm cool. I wouldn't even ask. I just wouldn't even entertain.
I could dig it.
Yeah, I just wouldn't even entertain.
I could.
Let's see what else is going on in the
What
chat,
other questions
man.
y'all got out there? I want to see the
Lady,
ladies.
look,
I want to see
look,
what y'all.
Lady B is asking, do you want marriage in the future? I don't think that would be a first date, getting to know somebody question.
Mm,
That's a bit soon for that one. Like, I mean, I guess you could ask that, but I would just word it differently. I would word it like, what do you want? What are you looking for?
yeah, what's your not even what's your expectations, right? I would just ask what are you looking for at this present time,
Right.
right? Because far too often have we heard on this very podcast that we do is people are dating, and
Right.
people are dating multiple people, and they could be like, I'm dating, and I'm playing the field until I can find something that I can land on.
Right.
I mean, and you can make the determination if you want to be a part of the field or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, you can go from there. Or a person just say, hey, I'm looking for someone I can just, build something with, build a structure with, and build a foundation. And that foundation can just start off with just being friends and learning each other from that stage right there, and then progressing from friendship to a possible relationship to a possible forever and things like that. So I just think a lot of these questions are very, very key. And we gotta cut the fluff out and get right to the meat and potatoes, because if not, you'll be left to feel like you left something out in the beginning, or you should have asked this question in the beginning, and now you to this point, whatever the case may be.
All right. Angelia says she's definitely asking about the kids and how old they are. Um, I'm not mad at that. Let's see what else is here. Diana saying, "What is it that you attracted to me?" Um, oh, attracted you to me. So now, if a girl asked you that,
Great question.
would you just be like that ass?
Now, I'm gonna be straight up, but I'm gonna definitely be a gentleman about it. I'm just be like, I was taken aback. I like what I seen. It's nothing else that can be put on it. I like what I seen, so it was a physical attraction, and now I want to go from a physical more to a mental, and intellectual attraction at this point. What I seen, I liked what I seen, so it made me approach you, and now we had this situation where I want to get to know you a little better.
Right. It would, like, for me, the initial draw would probably be a beautiful face and some tickle bitties. Tickle bitties.
I know y'all always say, I know women, and we want y'all to be cognizant of these answers that we give to y'all,
Right.
or the answers that you're getting, because y'all always say honesty. Be honest in the beginning. So
Right.
if a man is honest with you and says, I liked what I see, I like your ass, I like what I see. Don't be upset about that,
Right.
because
That's not
that's
nothing to be
like,
defensive about.
yeah, but I'm saying he already told us that y'all want us to be completely honest.
Right.
But we can be honest tactfully. I get it. But still allow that person to be honest, because that's what y'all said y'all want. When y'all own a lot of honesty, then you start to get contrived answers to get around that. So and then that person don't fit with you, just because you feel some type of way, and now y'all here.
All right, now I want to tackle Helen's comment, and
Mm-hmm.
but I want to ask you how you feel about it when you ask it and how it's answered. So
Mm-hmm.
when you ask this question to females, how do you receive the answer?
What do you like to do for fun? A lot of it is just basic answers.
Right.
I like to I like to read. I like to go on to the movies. I like to go to dinner. I like this. I like that.
I like going out to eat.
Yeah, I like going out to eat. So it's a lot of basic answers, or it's pulling teeth instead of just saying, "Yo, this is what I like. This is my normal everyday life looks like this." And when I have the opportunity to do things that I like to do this. That way, you get an opportunity to see what a person's day to day looks like, so you can be like, "Damn, I understand why they may not have time right here, or why whatever the case may be, or I understand that they may need to pull themselves away from what they're currently got going on, so they can enjoy some fun, and this is what they told me fun looks like for them, so you can now back that up with action."
Right. All right, I'm glad that we're diving into this because a lot of times I see women saying that they get blindsided, but a lot of times y'all get blindsided because y'all don't ask the right questions.
Yeah.
So Lady B is asking, do you get along with your mom? I don't know if this is an initial question. I would ask probably like, how are you with like family, not just like specifically your mom, but are you like a family oriented person or something like
I
that?
just think this question right here, I think so women attach this question to, if you good to your mom, you're gonna be good to me.
Right.
Some
That's
people
not
don't
always true.
have relationships with their mother,
Right.
and that does not make them a bad candidate for you.
Right.
Some people may have never had the opportunity. Their mother may have never were nurturing, and I speak to people who's like, I'd never had that nurturing feel from my mother, so I never received that from her.
Facts.
Or my mother is standoffish, or my mother is in her ways, or my mother is who she is, and if she is who she is, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's not gonna translate well to your current relationship with that person. So I just think some questions are questions that we fall in traps with,
Right.
and are sometimes hinged. We hinge a lot of stuff with that, and it really don't really be the real case.
All right. Now, how would you feel if it was your first time talking to somebody and they asked you, "Do you snort crack?"
I'm gonna be like, just given the level of things nowadays that's going on, I can't be mad at any question. But I'm like, no, I don't snort no crack. I don't do drugs. I don't even drink soda. I don't even drink juice. I try to be as pure with my body as I possibly can. The only drugs that I take is prescription medicine for these things right here that's going on. And those questions right there, hopefully, and you see my answers, right? I want y'all to understand how I'm answering these questions. So, are you into drugs? No, I'm not into drugs. I don't do drugs. I've never done drugs. The only drugs that you could say I do is prescription medicine, and I take that because I have a condition that calls for me to take medicine. So what I've just done is I answered your question, plus I elaborated on what is going on in my life currently, so you can know who I am and what I got going on, which hopefully will lead into another discussion, open-ended questions, or will lead into open-ended discussion. So it's not just a no. Or
I
even
think I think I think that's a little invasive. Like, I think that's like you trying to, like, you look at me like I do that shit. Like, you should be able to look at somebody and tell, like, if they're into some kind of drugs or whatever. Like, I don't know where hood y'all from or whatever, but I normally can tell if somebody smoke, if they do this, whatever. You normally can tell, but
yeah.
I don't know. That's a tricky question. Some people might take offense to that question if you ask them that. Like,
Well,
but
I just
ask what you want to ask.
if you take offense to the question, then it's almost like in some cases you got something to hide. That's what people would think. But
No,
I can understand. I can understand your side of it too. It's like, why are you putting that on me? You don't even know me.
right,
Yeah.
right. Not only is you putting that on me because you don't know me. Do I look like I'm smoking
Yeah.
crack, motherfucker?
Yeah. Like and a motherfucker over here. Do I look like I'm teeth?
Facts. All right, we're gonna go through a couple more before we get into our first topic, man. Where you want to go? Who you want to tackle first, man?
Um, Lady B. Lady B
Which one?
says,
Got
"You
40 of
into
them. Shout out
poly
to Lady B.
or swinging?
Which one?
Are you into poly or swinging?"
Okay. Um. Yeah, I think that's a more of a I don't think that's a first date question, but I mean, like I said, like he said, no question is wrong, but I want to get to know you first before we even get into questions like that. So I need to see. How about just seeing if you like the person first before you
Yeah.
even ask if they
Let's,
fucking
let's
everybody?
tackle. I see this next question, and I want to tackle it. I want both of us to tackle it from a male's perspective.
What's
And
up?
Leah asks, one big thing for me now is, do you like to travel? What are your expectations in a mate? And are you looking for a situation or a relationship?
First of all, it's about three questions.
Yeah.
And secondly, no, I do not like to travel, but I am a compromising person. So if I fuck with you, I will compromise and I will travel with you. But make it fun for me too, because I don't like traveling. But I'll do it, I'll be a team player and I'll do it. Let me see. What is the next part? What are your
Next,
expectations in a mate?
expectations in a mate.
Um my initial expectations is to be a friend, is to be thoughtful, considerate, like carrying those initial things, like regular human being things. And then if it moves into something deeper, then we would have to explore that at another time. But my initial expectation is just for you to be a regular genuine human being.
And then your last
uh,
question, you looking
the
for a
last question is, you looking for a situationship or a relationship? I don't know, because that would depend on each person.
yeah.
That would depend on each person. So each person, that answer would be different for.
for
Well,
sure.
what's your answers?
So definitely right off the bat, if I'm asked, do you like it? Absolutely, I like to travel. I travel about 3 to 4 or 5 times a year. I am an avid traveler. I love to explore and see new things and places. Some of the places I've been, I'll share that, and see if there's a mutual, connection there as far as traveling is concerned. What are my expectations in a mate? I am going to say this. There are little to no expectations I have in a person, but one thing, and that's for them to be genuine to themselves and what they truly want. If you say you are looking for a partner, then you are going to carry yourself in that way. If you genuinely care and love yourself, you are going to put your best foot forward. So you do the best job for yourself that you possibly can. That has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with you. So if you know and love yourself, you are going to make the best decision and the best decisions for you and your life. Am I looking for a situation or relationship? I don't know that off of first talk because I want to build a foundation. Again, I keep telling y'all, we live in this microwave world where the first 5 minutes of conversations, after that, everybody's done falling in love. When you can't, you got to understand you, them,
Fact.
and what you got and what you're trying to build to know if you're going to move forward. You have to build the structure before you can start to furnish it. The moment you start putting the furniture in the uncompleted structure, it leads to a lot of bad things, or it leads to a lot of inconsistencies, or being incomplete. So that's why you build a structure. You get to know each other on a grand singular level to the dumbest down form. That way you can build on it. Like, you build on that friendship. You know what your friend likes. You know what your best friend like. You know what your good friend look like, because you know that. And then you can build into now putting that into a relationship, because the relationship is going to come from the partnership that y'all built. And then it's easier to know what you got going on from there. So
Facts.
I
All
think far too often we looking for things that we don't even know what we know what we want in that moment, and then we try to place that on somebody else, and then we get upset when it don't work out that way.
right.
Right. And then we calling them a whole bunch of names, or they were narcissistic, or they were playing games, or they were game players, or you just was wasting my time. No, I wasn't wasting your time. We were in the get to know phase. Remember, you're
Facts.
the one who said you wanted to date multiple people until you found what you was looking for. So how could you then say you were played, or you were victimized, or whatever the case may be, if you didn't have those structures built so you can have a solid foundation?
All right,
Great,
we'll take one more, man.
great questions.
That was a great question. We'll take one more.
Let's dive into her second part then, because I think I want to stay on that right there. But some men and women know that they don't want a relationship from the jump, but will act like they want more. I want a man to tell me from the beginning so I can move accordingly. Okay, so somebody can say I'm looking for a relationship, right? Or yes, I want a relationship, and that's what you really could be wanting. You could be single. You can be like, I would like a relationship, but you still got to do the work in order to get to that point, to see if y'all two mesh or make sense to be in a relationship, right? I could say I want to be in a relationship, right? We could both say that we want to be in a relationship, but after having those conversations, them interactions,
I don't
those
like you,
just be like, nah, I want to be in a relationship, but
but
these
not with you.
person want to be in a relationship with.
Right.
And that don't mean that they took advantage of it, of you or your time. It just meant that yes, I did want a relationship. I still do. It's just not going to pan out for me and you.
Right.
And I think a lot of women, once a man says or walks away from a situation that y'all are trying to or whatever build, or y'all said y'all wanted to be in a relationship with each other or whatever, and he doesn't have the same feelings as you, or he doesn't move the way you do, y'all castrate the person. Y'all say he's playing games. Y'all say he wasn't serious. Y'all say he wasn't this. But a sound foundation wasn't built. Or it could have been things that he just wasn't comfortable with, that he just felt though that wasn't right for him.
Right.
And that's okay.
Right.
Because when y'all women do it, y'all come out of it and say, "Oh, I staved off the devil. I almost got myself caught up in something that I'm glad I seen all the signs in the beginning and I walked away from it." Y'all can walk away from it safely, but the moment we walk away from something, then we got a laundry list of names being attached to us. That makes no sense. So that's why we say you gotta know your person before you start to know your person that you say you want to be in a relationship with. Stop falling in love.
Yeah, before you put those expectations on them.
Text messages.
Right.
Fall in
Before you
love
put
with
those expectations on people,
not the idea
get to know.
of that you have an individual. And that's what goes wrong a lot of the times. But you know.
All right, people. We're gonna
what happens is you find a real one. I gotta say this. You find a real one that was genuinely, honestly, truly for you, but you fucked that up. And now you place them with the things that you felt comfortable with that other person, that you did with that other person, that they shed light on to you, and now you backtracking to that, and you're trying to shine a light on everybody else to see if they have those same qualities, and they don't. They have a few of them, but not all the qualities. So you got to be willing to make the sacrifices to yourself to know what you got going on with the person you got going on with.
We'll do a deep dive into that when each comes back, but we're gonna move on to our first topic, man.
What's up, man? Talk about it all night long.
Now, somebody tried to jump this ex-football star, I think MVP at some point. What is Cam, like 6'3", 6'4", something like that?
6'6".
Cam like 6'5", 300 pounds or some shit.
Yeah.
But we'll show you all the video and then we'll break down what happened.
Take a look. You can see Cam Newton. Can you make him out there trying to fight off multiple men? The former NFL quarterback was taking part in an invitation-only camp and tournament when this happened over the weekend. Camp staffers and security officers eventually stepped in to break this up. It is not clear what led up to this fight, but people are investigating. Police, I should say, are investigating. He may have been outnumbered, but over on social media, people are impressed, saying, Mr. Cam Newton held his own. Y'all better watch out now. Y'all know who you running up.
Shout out to Cam. He was holding his own. He did.
Yeah, they was wilding trying to jump Cam, but it looked like a bunch of little kids. Like, you know how when it's a whole lot of little kids, they just be like picking them off. Like, get y'all little asses out of here. But yeah, this times, these things happens when it comes to sports and competitive shit. But you got to be careful of trying to take advantage of somebody that's doing a service for you. Like, Cam ain't got to be there.
Yeah.
He ain't gotta look out for the kids. He ain't gotta come back. His presence don't have to be there, but he's been in the NFL, so he's trying to show these kids what it takes to get there. So, sometimes we're not appreciative of people who lend their time in these moments. But even in that, I don't know what happened, but why do you think the kids try to jump Cam?
Well, these ain't kids, man. These grown ass men. These men is I guess in the semi-pro league that they got going on out there in Georgia. Shout out to Georgia, my other home. They was just saying that Cam, for over the past couple of years that he's been a part of this camp, has been, just talking and disrespecting.
He was talking shit.
That he was talking his shit. And they said they got tired of it, and they said they had to make a move. But when you make a move on somebody, you got to understand that people move back. And that's what Cam did. Cam was able to stand his ground. This man fights off 300-pound linemen and
right.
His lifetime. He did it from high school, college, and the pros. And you think y'all gonna come up there and try to run rushing? He said, "Nah, not me."
Right, but not only that, the most impressive part of that was that he fended them off without even hitting anybody.
Yeah.
So that's the most impressive part, because Had he had been throwing any punches, all the lawsuits are coming now.
For sure.
Even though they tried to rush and jump him, everybody would have been trying to sue him. So
sure.
that's the most impressive part of it, that he didn't even have to throw any blows, and he still held his ground and got them up off of him. Let's see what Angela is talking about.
Yeah, the people that he was, tussling with went on the podcast and said that he started it. Anybody that's going to say that to
Right.
it's what they say, three sides to every story, your side, their side, and the truth. So,
Right.
I guess we'll never know what the truth is. Cam, has yet to state his side of it. He just said, I'm not going to speak on it.
No, he did speak on it. He did a whole video about it.
Oh, he spoke on it
already? Yeah.
I got to go back and check it.
Yeah, he did a whole video about it. But I don't think you could say somebody starts it if you're not the person who throws the punch. Like, if you're not the person who throws the first punch, I don't think you can say he started it. It was clear in the video that they ran down on him, swinging on him first.
Yeah.
So no matter if somebody's talking shit back and forth, they're not starting a physical thing until somebody throws a punch. That's how I see it.
Sure.
That's how I see it. How do y'all see it, man? But shout out to Cam Newton, man.
Okay.
He that amazing. Because I would have been fucking them. I would have been swinging. Fuck, the lawsuit just would have had to come because I would have been swinging. They draw. They draw. Yeah, they draw. They draw. All right, now. I don't want to get into this next topic, but unfortunately, we have to do it.
Well, I told you on Thursday I can't. I signed the NDA. I'm still a part of both factions is home for me, so I can't. But let's get right into it, man.
Unfortunately, people, we have to do it. Y'all know we are Team Bad Boy for life. But
yeah,
some more shit is coming out on our man Diddy, man.
Yes.
More lawsuits, more sexual assault claims, a whole bunch of messiness is coming out. With the kids is being involved, Stevie J is being involved, other rappers are being involved. It's a whole bunch of messiness going on, man. Believe this guy, what is his name? Lil Rod. Lil Rod. Do you believe him?
Oh man, I ain't riding with this. I ain't jacking this, as they say in New York. I ain't jacking it.
Yeah, we ain't jacking that, man.
Plus, some of the people's name that was brought up in the claim, I know for sure, they had no part, no participation in the things that was said. They were saying that individuals like Usher Raymond, who was sexually assaulted by Diddy or had some sexual contact. They said a rapper out of Philadelphia who used to date Nicki Minaj. If we put two and two together, we all know that's Meek Mill. I know for a fact that Meek didn't have any sexual.
I ain't gonna say that. That's no. I ain't gonna say that.
I'm saying it. I know for a fact that ain't never happened. So it's just craziness that people go on these tours of defamation,
right? And
they bring random people in to try to strengthen their case and to add fluff to the mess, and it's causing problems everywhere. It's causing problems here in Philadelphia. It's causing problems in the social medias. It's causing problems with other people, other potters, using this as topics, and they talking about it, beef and this tension between different camps. So this is something that if it's not nipped in the bud soon, is going to be something tragic that's going to happen.
I will say this, man. On a business standpoint, Puff has always been a mentor, a role model to me. I always looked up to Puff. But in the messiness, I believe a lot of it. But I also believe it was consensual. So if you grown and he grown and y'all did some consensual shit, I don't want you to come out 5 years later when your money low, when your music ain't selling the same, when shit ain't working out for you, and then try to sue him because you did some shit that you wanted to do. I ain't never seen Puff put a gun in nobody's head and make you do nothing. Now, if he ain't did that, then I don't know what to tell y'all.
The backstory, some of the backstory that's been coming out, the Lil Rod kid is a producer that was on the Love album. That's Puffy's latest album, Diddy's latest album that he's put out. And if you stayed around for the production of this album and seeing it through, and you now just talking 6 months to a year after the album has come out, what does that tell you?
Right.
That,
It's not even real production. They said the nigga added a snare to a beat. He didn't even make a full beat. He added a snare or some shit. It ain't like he was in there producing and constructing the album and giving hooks or anything like that. You added one small little instrumental. Now, if you want your money, you want your money. Go get your money. But you ain't gotta do this. You ain't gotta do this slander.
425 million is crazy money that he won, though.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Why do you consider that grooming, Lady B? Because he wasn't 15 years old. So how is that grooming? At what age is grooming starting? I need to know. I got questions, people. At what age do we consider somebody grooming you or manipulating you? If you're a grown man and they're a grown man, you should be able to hold your own. This is the business that we're into, man. I got it now. Is he grooming now?
Grooming who? Grooming?
That's what I said. That sounds crazy.
Sounds real crazy, but it is what it is. Like this is why
we can't hear you now. We can't hear you now. Get your audio together now. Go out and then come back in now. Usher was a child. Did Usher ever come out and say anything? Usher never came out and said anything. Usher don't have no allegations on this. That was a rumor. We don't know the details in that. I don't know anybody that ever proved that to be a fact. I don't know about Usher.
This is the problem that I have, right? People believe everything that they see and hear on these socials, right? Without doing the necessary information seeking that they got to do.
All right.
And then what happens? We go on these tangents and we go against these people that we once, revered or we once supported. And then information comes out later on. And you know what we never do? We never publicly apologize the same way that we defame their character. Our apologies are never as loud as the defamation is. If it's done, like we said before, if it was done, then that's a sick individual. But until these things is proven, then we can't be castrating these people like that. Like we can't be having these going on these. Oh, he did it. He did that because somebody said it.
Hold on now, because I want to get this whole underage shit out of the way. Because granted, nobody's supposed to be messing with nobody underage. But also, let's keep the fucking shit true. When y'all was in high school, y'all was messing with niggas that was old. So let's not act like this is some crazy off the wall shit that's never heard of. This is some shit that happens every day, and no, it's not right, but it happens every fucking day. I'm sick of this shit.
So people say that. So we come from the mud, we come from the gutter, we come from the streets, right? We come from that squalor, we come from the trenches. So a Dreams and Nightmares song, the man says, "I pray for times like this to rhyme like this." So does that mean he prayed for times to have sex with another man to make? Nah, I pray for times like this to be in front of with money in my pocket and fame and success. We all prayed for that. We all prayed, or we all thought about being stars and having success. That don't mean that. Like we listen to songs as entertainment. But how about, so if we gonna castrate these songs, when do y'all talk about the songs when women is bashing men in these songs and men is bashing women? We love them.
Man, the
So
truth of
the
the
same way
matter,
putting emphasis
look,
on these songs, we gotta say that about everything.
that's what I'm about to say. Fuck them songs. The truth of the matter is this. If people want to pay that price to be famous and to have money and riches and all that shit, and they want to do shit that they didn't really want to do, or that's on them. You made a choice.
On you.
Yeah, you made a choice. Thing. I don't want to be. I never wanted to be that famous that I'm gonna go do something in the closet with another nigga. Never gonna happen. I don't give a fuck how much money is on the table. We ain't doing it
ever.
So when you make that choice and it don't go right, or you feel a certain way more years later down the line, I don't want to hear that shit. Cut it out.
Yeah, like Helen said, some of this crap be big jokes. It ain't big jokes to these people's families. It ain't big jokes to these people's reputations. It ain't big jokes to the money that they losing out on, because people want to say things that ain't true just for the simple clickbait or clout chasing and things like that. That things tears down people's successes. That tears down things that people work so hard to get, and somebody else want to come around and take it. That's why I said we love, as a society and a culture, we love to build people up. And then the moment they get to the top, instead of us supporting them, we try and tear them down. Instead of helping to carry them and support the ones that we say we loved in the beginning. Now we want to find ways to hate on them and say they ain't this and do this and that. I just don't like that. I just can't subscribe to that. I just don't subscribe to the hate. The hate is nasty out here. That's the reason why our society is so plagued with drama, toxicity, death, squalor, all those things, because instead of us uplifting each other, we much rather fight with each other for a place that we can all stand and be successful. We can all stand and be successful. Everybody can get money. Like, how do you think the Jews do it? They don't fight with each other. They stand amongst each other and get it together. How you think the other side do? You don't see these Chinese people fighting. No, they come and get their money and then they pass it on to the other people and let them do it. Instead of us, we want to take everything and fight each other, the next person, and hate on this person and tell a story about this person did that, so everybody can hate them. So now they don't like them, and now the attention is off of them and they can't be successful. Why do we do that? It's not our business. It's not our problem. So why do we do it? We do it because we are insecure within ourselves. So we got to go and bring a whole congregation of people along with us to support the shit that we are insecure about, to take this person away from their successes, their whatever they got going on, because we aren't secure enough within ourselves to go out and do it. This shit is fucking weird. It's backwards. But then everybody
got their own. Everybody has their own demons to battle, and that shit ain't none of my business. Yeah, all I'm saying is
fetishes. What I'm speaking on is how we as a society do not stand beside each other. We much rather find fault. We much rather find a story and run with that, instead of saying, you know what, that's not what I met them as. So because I ain't had that experience with them, I'm not even going to worry about that. My experience with this person has been positive, and that's all it's going to be. And
it's all a cop out. It's all a cop out. It's all a cop out, because as long as I can remember, from 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 years old, it was never a time where I was like, no man could be around me, like trying to manipulate me, trying to touch. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it ain't never gonna fucking happen. Cut the shit.
Hold up. This is again, Lady B, this is again why I don't put people on pedestals. If y'all put people on pedestals and only get dejected when you find something that you didn't like, that's your fault. If you make somebody your role model and your role model don't live up to your role, that's
what I'm about to say.
That's your fault.
No, hold on, no. That's what I'm about to say, because when do people actually come out of their mouth and say, I'm a role model?
Or I want to be everybody's role model. No, because you like that person enough at that moment. You seen the success, you seen the rise, you like what they had going on. You chose to look up to them. Okay, right. So why would you now switch sides when you hear, like, whatever? If you had chose to cast an aspersion upon somebody and say you're my role model, that's for you to decide. That's not for them to make you decide.
Right.
And you made them your role model. That's why I don't put people on pedestals, because when something happens that I don't like, I don't gotta hate the person because that happened to them. That's for them to take care and worry about. I like the music. I like the era that they came out in. I love everything that made me feel good about what they had going on. I'm not going to now hate this person because they chose to do what they wanted to do with themselves.
All right.
Nah.
Yeah, nobody asked to be a role model, and if you make somebody your role model, that's your choice, and whatever they do, people are still imperfect. People are gonna make mistakes just like you make mistakes, so you can't that's not your job to judge them in that manner. But you can move up out of this because people's getting their panties in a bunch. Hold on, let's see what Diana said before we get up out of here.
I
She
agree
said
with
my only problem is that if you didn't like what you did, not tell what happened. If you don't like what, why not tell it when it happened? Um, yeah, a lot of times they use that power excuse in these manners, or I did what I had to do to get on. Whatever, you still made a choice. It's always a choice in this joint. So yeah, I don't like it when you come out of nowhere and say it when it years after it happened. If it happened, say it when it happened. If it happened, tell the motherfucker to get off of you. How about that? If a motherfucker touch you and you don't like it, say it right there in that moment. Don't fucking touch me, dog. What are we doing?
yeah. That's why I said, like, start handling y'all business how y'all gotta handle y'all business. Don't wait for a crowd to come around and then start screaming. Scream then. Fight back,
Facts.
y'all. We tough. Everybody is tough in the comments. But in real life, we so fragile and so a damsel in distress. Nah, be that same tough guy that you was in the comments. Be that same tough guy as you posting on social media saying you got no fucks to give and you standing on business and you 10 toes down and you this, that, and the third. If you all of that, be all of that in the moment. Don't wait until a crowd come around and you on the ground weeping in the balls, screaming, this person did this to me. Okay. Now, if that person did that shit to you right then and there, let's handle it.
Right. All right. As we get into this next topic, I need one of you ladies to be brave and hit that link and come on up on here and tell us what made this whole thing in this Mea Culpa movie so fantabulous, so spectacular. I seen people saying this was a 5 out of 5. It was the greatest thing I ever seen. I can't wait to paint with somebody. Like, I need to know, ladies, what's up?
Paint.
What happened that got y'all all wet and wild? What's up, Nell? Did you get a chance to watch the movie yet?
Watch it.
What are your thoughts?
It was cool. It was a cool little movie. It was a typical Tyler Perry movie. I will say shout out to Kelly Rowland. Her acting chops is definitely up there. You know what I mean? I would love to see her in different roles, and I'd like to see what she got going on. Shout out to Kelly. But the movie was the typical movie. It was one of those movies that had the typical this, that, and the ending was the same. It was typical Tyler Perry movie to me.
I think if they would have stayed like how if it would have ended how it started, I think it could have been great. I think it had the potential to be great. And then it got over dramatized like Tyler Perry always does. He went back to typical Tyler Perry.
It was a good movie though.
It was cool. It was cool. I see Janine in the comments saying it was written by Zane. So if people don't know, Zane is the erotic book, I believe, that all ladies love. So yeah, I'm not mad at the story, but there is some lost points, as I see Diana saying in the comments. Like, we never knew if the husband actually cheated with that other girl. I think that the person who I liked the most in the movie was the private eyeball. He was on the shit.
So Angelia said I'm a Zane fan, and Zane is way nastier. Lady B said she ain't see it yet. Go check it out. Go check it out. It's definitely definitely a cool watch. It ain't. It's definitely something that will keep your interest.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Absolutely.
good, man. I got a cold.
But it was cool though. You know what I
I'm
mean?
waiting for one of the ladies to tell me why the sex scene was so amazing. It was
They,
light to me, man.
they like when guys take their clothes off. That's got buff bodies, man. Got nice bodies, and I guess the guy had a nice body too. It was, I guess, the sensuality of it is of him. You know what I mean? Painting and doing all those type of things is an erotic zone area type of thing. Anybody want to come on? Anybody want to come on? Anybody want to come on? If anybody don't want to come on, speak now. Forever hold your peace.
Yeah, she should have checked. She should have checked that out, but that was typical woman behavior. As soon as somebody tell you something, you just jump out the window. You don't check it out for it to be facts or to inquire. She could have easily just called her husband and was like, What's up? What's going on? What are you doing?" She was just like, "Oh, is that what it is? Oh, all right."
To the ladies, I got a question to the ladies. Did y'all like the scene when after Kelly had sex with the guy and she went back home to her dude? He asked her. They had the conversation and she told him that she did it. Do y'all think that she was empowered at that moment? Do you think she was wrong for what she done? What was y'all take on that part?
I'm mad at the fact that you know what they always scream out all the time now. We hate womanizers. But they was loving this bull, and he was exactly a womanizer.
Womanizer.
And you can't say you hate womanizers because a womanizer can't be a womanizer if y'all don't love them. I can't.
Nobody wants to come on tonight, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Why did you hate the way he looked in the movie, Angelia? Yeah, she was wrong, but she was, like I said, reacting off emotion. Don't do due diligence. How did she break him? I don't think she broke.
He was upset, but he wasn't broken. But he was upset.
What was he upset about though?
That he told her that she was blunt with it.
Oh, the husband?
The husband.
Yeah, she didn't break him. He just was upset.
He was very upset.
But how about the whole family conjuring up that whole story of the mom having cancer? That was outrageous.
She said he was too big and his beard was too full.
I'm lost. I'm lost.
Shout outs to you for having a comment today, man. Shout outs to you.
But wait a minute. How can your beard be too full?
T, they don't like the T. Your beard getting too full.
My beard getting too big. I got to trim it down.
Like it, brother.
I got to trim it down.
Drop down or something.
I didn't know your beard could be too full, man. Plus, that was TV, man. That was TV, man. Diana saying because Kelly stayed all night. I don't think that really would have mattered.
I just think when she came home and she was just super blunt with it. He wasn't
right.
You know what I mean?
I need to know what was she talking about with this full beard shit. No, because I'm confused.
He had the Philly look to him. He had the Sunni. He was super muscular. He's normally not. I guess you said he's normally not looking like that in all his other movies.
Oh, so just say you like him with the small little trim beard then.
On trim, or the goatee, or whatever.
Yeah, I got confused. I don't know what you're talking about. But people, do we have any other questions or comments on this Mea Culpa shit? Because y'all running crazy. Like, I see it all up and down my timeline. People going crazy. They can't wait to paint.
They want paint.
Yeah. Oh, this is my question for the ladies. This is what I gotta ask y'all. So y'all seen when Kelly went and talked to the lady that worked in the art museum, and she told her verbatim the same things that he was telling her. Are y'all cool with that? Y'all cool with a guy running the same game on you that he's obviously ran to multiple women? He did it to Kelly's sister-in-law. When she ripped the painting off the ceiling, there was like 45 other women up there. They had the paintings at the crib. It was like 20 women. So he's been running the same game. Is y'all cool with a man running the same game on y'all? If y'all like him, like y'all think he cute or he's sexy or you just want to fuck him, y'all don't care about that game that he running. I'm just asking. I need to know. I got questions.
Got
Does
questions.
nobody not care about that? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We got low muscles. I know. That is not what men do. That is not what men do, Angelia. That is a false.
False narrative.
That is a falsehood. Because a true player, I'm gonna tell you, a true player from the Himalayas is not running the same game on every woman
At all.
at all.
At all. But before we get up out of here, we got a couple of more minutes before we get up out of here, before we got the show, which is y'all going to love. We took our time with it this Thursday, through all the emotions, through all the, through all the adversities. But I got a question for the ladies. Is $30 enough? If I cash app you $30, is that enough for lunch?
If you seen that, Angelia, he wasn't a real player.
I just think that it was the sex appeal that got him through.
Right.
That's basically all
that
it was.
ain't a real player. That's just a nigga that's getting by. Janine says she's going painting now. She said, "Can you go?"
Yeah. Y'all crazy as shit. So it's been a video circulating around. This young lady on TikTok that's made it to Instagram, has made it to all the socials. She went crazy. A gentleman jumped in her DMs and said, "Yo, what's up, shorty? Like, can I buy you lunch today?" And she was like, "Yeah, hell yeah." So she dropped her Cash App information. She said, "I was expecting at least $100 ball, but he deposited $30 in my Cash App account. Would you be okay with a $30, or would you be expecting more?" T, tell him what you said the other night. T, kind
I
of
ain't telling them
surprised.
Jack. I ain't telling them Jack. Look, I ain't telling them Jack. They gotta watch the video. It's all in there.
Gonna be
I ain't
there.
telling them Jack.
We want your honest opinion. I want some of y'all opinions tonight. Right now.
Wait a minute, Nell. Fuck all of that. I'm trying to see what happened from the Mea Culpa movie. They was going crazy.
Oh, they not speaking.
That's what I'm saying. They was going crazy, saying this was the greatest sex scene we ever seen in life. When there's millions of movies where I've seen better sex scenes, so I just need to know what happened. What's up? They not talking. Everybody quiet. It's crickets. My only point was, ladies, if y'all think that was grandiose, you need to get out more, man. That's all I'm gonna say. You need to get out more, get some experience in your life. You just let the nigga come through and do the 1-2 on you. You need to get out more. Like I said, Angela, a real player ain't going to run the same lines with every girl. That's not how it works. Stop it. Stop the madness. But get us up out of here, though.
Yo, March is upon us. We're in the third day of March. I would love to.
That's what I was saying.
Time of the year for myself. It is Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month. As y'all all know, if you haven't, I live with multiple sclerosis every day of my life. I was diagnosed in 2016. Actually, to this month, I actually was in a car accident March 16th. And my anniversary date of me finding out that I had multiple sclerosis happened on March 21st when I went to the doctor after having several MRI, well, a couple of MRIs and things like that. So this month is very near and dear to my heart. Not only is it Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month, but it is a month that I found out that I was living with this monster. But as you can see, I'm vibrant, I'm alive, and I'm well. And this goes to anybody that's living with adversities or challenges. It's all about your mental makeup. It's all about the way you approach things. Yes, you are going to have your bad days and you're going to have your good days, but it's all about how you go about facing these challenges and how you go about tailoring your mind to be prepared to face these challenges. So for the month of March, if you don't mind celebrating with me, we will have in our next show, we will have a little bit more details on our Salome Kicks, because we're going to have an MS Day here at Uncensored Minds on throughout this whole channel, just to bring awareness and some donations and things like that, just to this disease that, some people have no clue. Most people don't have no clue what it is. And for multitude of people like myself who live with it each and every day. Also, our girl Tara always fights the fight when it comes to awareness and awareness that we have to make sure that we are taking accountability for this month starting today. If you're a friend of Tara, she made sure that she let us know that, and I'm going to her page to reference it so I can make sure that I am referencing it the right way. And
I got beef with these ladies, man.
you got beef?
Yeah, because I seen people saying, I seen some people saying, yo, ain't no way we would have been playing in that paint because it get all up in your coochie and then you be sick or you get an infection or whatever. Ladies, please, let's do our due diligence.
Also,
there is some paints that you can use, water-based paints or whatever, that you'll be fine.
Then we
get some experience in your life.
Remember a party that we both was at. You DJ'd, I was there, and the stripper was painting her shit. I was like, "What is
it? Get some experience in your life."
But also, March is Blood Clot Awareness Month. Our girl Janine is a survivor. So we want to make sure that we show all love to all the awarenesses that are out there, not just Multiple Sclerosis, Blood Clot Awareness Month, and all of the other awarenesses that have to do with March. So thank you to everybody out there for tuning in with us tonight. We appreciate y'all.
Again, send some prayers up for Aisha, man.
Put them up there, please, for because we are nothing without the three of us together. And we thank you for all your continued support. This was Gentleman Hour, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gentleman Hour, Uncensored Minds. We appreciate y'all joining us. Run this back, share it with others, and also go check out the big show tonight as well. As soon as we conclude here, we got
make sure y'all tune in and click on that other link. And also, there will be an exclusive content dropping tomorrow, and there will be new merch sent out to all the members. Everybody's going to get an exclusive Uncensored Minds hoodie.
Yo,
so look out for your hoodie soon. What's
I
up?
know we always big up everybody, but this is a special big up. Shout out to Nadine Slaughter, man. Nadine has tagged us each and every day. She's went live. She's posted on her page. She's done everything that she could to get the attention of us to show us that she repping at an all-time high. Shout outs to Nadine. She got the new merch on. She's showing everybody the merch. She's telling everybody to come check us out. She dropped donations on the page. She's in full effect. She's doing everything. And that's what a top member does. And we shout outs to you, Nadine, for always repping us and repping us the right way. We appreciate and we love you for that. Thank you.
Thanks. All right, people. We're going to see y'all in the chat. Let's get up out of here. Y'all have a good one. Deuces.